It's after work and I'm heading out to do some metal detecting. I got permission to hunt this house from a gentleman that owns quite a few properties that gave me full reign over properties that he owns in order to go metal detecting. Try to get to them when I can. Some of them aren't back in the 1800s, but a lot of them don't have a lot of information on the dates when they were built. I went to the tax office and the only thing I could tell is it's 1900. And let's take a look at this to try to see if we can get some more identifiers on it for dating. You can see that the front porch is real decorative. It's got quite a few pieces up top. You know, I don't know what they actually call that. I think it's called gingerbreading, possibly. But you know, big front porch. There's some sandstone in the front, and then whatever these sandstone pieces were called, there's a name for it around here. It's thin, and they made sidewalks out of it. You see we got sidewalk running that way, but also that way we're at a corner lot. 2-story building. I actually just got here, so I don't know a whole lot about it. See the top. It's been busted up into units for a rental property, so. But here's the foundation just to take a look. It's cinder block, so when it's cinder block, it's not all that old, but you know, it does get you back into the pre-1964, and you can find, you know, silver coins. So let's check it out, see what we can find. And when looking at old houses like this, you can see that there's concrete curb. Concrete curb like this is real new, but sandstone curb like that is really old. When they first came out of being dirt roads running through town, they'd put sandstone blocks running along the side to make curbing. So the ground that's over here in this curb strip, between fairly large, it's got to be at least 12 feet wide. It doesn't seem to be all that disturbed other than utilities running down there. So we're also going to check that. But we also have power lines. So we'll have to be dealing with EMI. So where do you want to start? Curbing or up in the yard? Hope you're not saying curbing, because I'm going up in the yard. There's a lot of people around here, so I'm trying not to get them on film also. So it might be a little bit less descriptive on how much I'm showing right now. But if I get a chance, I'll get a better shot of the house. Running the MXSPORT today with a 6x10. And we're going to be in coin and jewelry mode. Going to be accepting all the way down to 5. Sensitivity right now I'm at 9. Other than that, I'm just hunting 20 tones, and that's about it. There's pinpoint at 3.5 inches, so that's decently deep. Nice smooth 73, 74. Might be a dime, but usually needs to read a little bit higher than that. Let's get that out of there. It's in here. It's in the plug. Let's bring you down here. I think it's right there. Yeah. So many targets around here. See it yet? I do not. See if it falls out. Oh, there it is. Doesn't appear to be old. It's just a Lincoln cent. Let's at least get a date off of it. 1 year. But I don't know for the ace, but at least we're at 65. If we get into 64, then we can get us some silver. So at least that's a good sign. Let's see what this is. It's 3 inches, so it's not all that deep. 16, 28. So let's get it out of there. Older, dark organic dirt, so it's been here a while. Doesn't look like fill dirt. I'd say this house is probably 1905 to 1920, somewhere in there. If you can see my screen, the VDIs are coming up now. 62, 65, so we might have a copper penny. Let's see what that is. What do you think? A little different. Let's say it's a bullet casing, but I'm not sure. Rubbed it on my jeans, and I didn't get anything off that. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe a valve stem cover. I doubt it, but you never know. Somebody might know. On to the next. 2.5 inches, so we found that 1965 penny, and it was at 3.5 inches. See anything? What do you think it is? Ooh, there's something right there. Come on, be weedy. Try to keep this on camera. Let's just look at the back. Oh, it's a Lincoln penny. Not even that old. It's a 82, 1982. There's a decent little signal. It is deep. It's at 7 inches. And if I push against the ground, I can make it repeat good both ways. But right now it's only going one direction. And you can see I'm putting a lot of stress against the coil, which is probably not a good idea, but I'm trying to get reach out there as far as I can to get that thing to the discriminant channel to read. So best thing to do is just dig it, get some dirt off there, and see how it reacts then. Looks like it's on the upper edge of that hole, but now it reacts real good. This might be a dime. It might not be what we're hunting to. It looks like this. A nail. That's the first item that came out of there. It looks like there's more. There, I found that one. And that one. That's it. So maybe those one-way signals aren't that good to go after. But we'll check it again with the metal detector, and if there's more to this video, then there's more to dig. If not, we'll move to the next. Here's the next signal. It's pretty loud. Although pinpoint's okay. Gets it down there at least 3 inches. VDI's getting too high to leave you this far away, so let's come up here. It might be a dime the way it's reacting now. It got up into the 80s a little bit, low 80s. See it? It's a penny, like a Lincoln penny. See if we get any older. Nope, 75. That's all we have. On to the next. Okay, you can see it's decent depth. It's 5 inches, and then the depth indicator on pinpoint. I'm gonna swing right over top of that. 73, 75. I'll bring it up there. Here's what we have. Oh, it popped out of there. I don't know what that is. Let me get my... These guys don't like each other. It makes a lot of noise. What is it? Dime? Yep, it's a dime. 1 dime. Don't seem to be silver. Well, at least raise a date on it and see what we got. Oh, 67. Man, that was close. Another 70. Here we go, penny. I think there's a garbage truck coming up behind me, so I'm sorry for the noise. Right there, pinpoint 2.5. Let's get it out of there. Doesn't seem to be all that deep. If you can still hear me. Oh, I just saw it. Let's look at it together. Come on, wheat cent. 1969. Lincoln. Got a 73, 74 again. It's only about 3.5, 4 inches deep from what I can tell from pinpointing. There it is. This is another Lincoln penny. And we have 1977. On to the next. One of the tenants here wanted to help me out, so he's going to get his riding lawnmower out and mow the yard. So you won't be able to hear anything I do from here on out. So see what happens. I'll play music or something. What I did there while mowing was going on is the house that's just north of this one, the brick one that's back there, that one I have permission to also go to, even though it's not owned by the same person. It was verified, and they said, you know, go ahead and knock yourself out. Now I'm going to move back to this house now that the mowing's over with and that you can hear me. Hopefully I think I'm going to play music on that past stuff that I just did. It's just a bunch of clad. I haven't found anything old yet, so I'm still hoping. So I still got a little bit of daylight left, and all the rain's moved out, so let's try it again. I'm going to switch coils real quick to the 7-inch D-Tech coil from the 6x10. There's a lot of targets in that yard. I'm having a really hard time. Smaller the better on something like this. So give me a minute and we'll get back to it. Well, I got the 7-inch D-Tech on there. I'll give you a view of the neighbor's house a little bit better. It's a brick home, looks like a 1940, something like that. It's not all that old, but people could definitely drop some stuff in there. This big greenhouse is the one we've been working on, so let's get back up here in the front and see what we can find. Low VDI right there. It pinpoints right there at 1/2 inch, overloading. And this one pinpoints right there. Look at that. That's some pretty tight work right there. Huh, look at that. Like barely even, doesn't pick it up. Huh. Well, I do have to say this is my very first. Although it's not that old, it is my first. 1979 Canadian 1 cent. It's right there. 42, 57, 55s. Let's see what that is. All kinds of odd numbers. It's real scratchy, so I'm not for sure what that is. Let's go down there together. I'm hoping it's not a Lincoln. Let's see. Unlock that so you can see a little better. I have to lock my focus or how dark everything is when I'm on the screen, because otherwise you can't see the screen. That's just a modern Lincoln penny. Man, that thing is so crusty. Low VDI. I haven't dug any pull tabs today, so let's see what we get. Come on, gold ring at 2 inches. So here's our pull tab for the day. Not a ring. Well, we found something interesting. As you can see it there. It looks like it appears to be a ring. It doesn't look to be a real one. But it is a ring. I don't find too many rings. Kind of cool. 3 inches. 42, 37. It's actually a nickel. I never find nickels. It's a modern nickel, but still, it's a nickel. I thought it said 1920, it'd be a Buffalo, wouldn't it? 1990. Well, there's a 1990 nickel. I've dug about enough clad to last me for about a year. There's so many targets in this yard, I just don't think I'm going to find anything old. Everything's 3 to 4 inches deep, and everything's from the 60s, 70s, and 80s, and even the 2000s. So I'm going to give up on this one and maybe come back to it someday, but for right now I got too many other sites to make it to that would probably yield better finds. Not that finding coins is not fun, but clad coins, especially those really crusty modern coins that fall apart in the ground, are, to me, is not all that fun, but it's still rewarding. So I'm going to head to the house and put my stuff away and get something to eat. Since I came here straight from work, I'm really hungry right now. So until next time, thanks for watching.